Now then, can Rochdale do something here to give themselves something to bite on late on in the contest? Bouncing around a bit dangerously there, and yes they can! It's Reece Bennett with the goal to give Rochdale just a little lifeline late in the contest.
They couldn't cut there, Ian. It's Bennett, there's a lot of shirt pulling, but as you can see, just nicked the ball there off, I think it was Sidwell. And Toll pokes it past the goalkeeper. Lots of confusion in the area, but he gets there first. Lovely, cool finish. But who's marking him in the first place, Bennett? He's come off the line, got into an area, nobody near him, and side-footed past Butland.
They say never forget where you came from. We are not going to today.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're going to win the league in Tier 14. We're going to release 100 people, but we're keeping our strongest 11. And when I say strongest 11, we might keep our strongest 11 and the bench. I'm feeling a little bit like I don't want to release everyone. I don't know why, but we want some club legends, guys. So, let's go! Welcome back, everyone. So, as you can see, after 20 games played, we have been promoted. Didn't really want to show you the middle fixtures because they weren't really that important. We were always going to get promoted. And it looks like we are one game away from winning the league. Ashtonians have a game in hand, and I think if they win their game in hand, they will go 11 points behind us with 4 games to go. Just let me double check, see whether it is 4 games to go. Yeah, 4 games to go. So either way, on our next game, we are playing to win the league. If Ashtonians lose their game in hand, then we will win the league. And even if they draw, do we win the league? Yeah, if they draw, they'll be on 41 and we'll be on 54. So I don't really want to wait for Ashtonians to play. I want to win the league and get the trophy at our ground. So we'll skip to our next game, guys. So I know we said that we wanted to win the league on our home turf, but with Ashtonians not playing their game in hand and our next fixture being Old Blackburnians away, hopefully we win the league here, guys. So I think we only need a point to win the league. But we're going to go for the win anyway, so we're going to go for the win. And this will hopefully be the end of the 14th tier. As we move into tier 13, well, it's definitely going to be the end of the 14th tier because we've already been promoted. But let's see whether we can keep winning the divisions. Obviously, it's going to be a lot harder to keep getting promoted and winning the leagues once we get into the conference and higher. But, you know what? We'll give it our best go, guys. So, bangers on the ball into Jermaine Anderson. Into Dooley. Into Antwi. Back to Jermaine Anderson, who crosses for Essien. Oh, that is close from the right back. I genuinely think that Essien has been our best player this season. But another guy who is up there is Jermaine Anderson. And we have to sound the bells for when Jermaine Anderson scores. Because right, chat, see whether you agree with me. Leave a comment in the section. My best 3 players are Essien, Anderson, and you know what? I was going to say Ewan Banga, but he scored 22 goals in 19 games. And he started off on fire, but his goal-scoring record hasn't been that good in the last 10 games. Jackson Davis has caught him in terms of goals. And Jackson Davis is playing a lot better. So I'm just going to go with Ewan Banga as third in our top 3 players. Oh my lord. But if that was onside, I might have gone with Jackson Davis right there. Because what a header that was. But why was he so far offside though, guys? Can we look? Ashtonians are winning. So as it stands, we are 14 points ahead of them with 3 games to play. Well, they've got 4. But even if they win their game in hand, we'll be 11 points clear with 3 games to play. So if we keep this result up, we've won the league, guys. It was a league that I was obviously expecting us to win, but at the same time, to do it so convincingly, it's a decent achievement, even though it is the 14th tier. And like I say, I'm going to keep most of this squad for a few seasons now. Bradley, Ollie, maybe not Ollie. I think maybe Ollie's gone after the end of the season. If you can get a very, very good cam that can also take set pieces, then Ollie's out. Because although he scores free kicks and he provides a lot of assists and his average rating is really high, I just don't really like him, if I'm honest. And this, those kind of chances, sums up Ewan Banger for the last 10 games, guys. He hasn't been on it. He quite simply has not been on it. And I don't know why. Well, his average rating is 7.42 and he's got 2 goals and 2 assists in his last 5 games. But at the same time, before this kind of spell of form, he was incredible. I remember him scoring twice as many goals as the amount of games he played in. So it's a little bit of a drop off, if we're honest. And I'm not too sure whether we're going to keep the same strike force for the next division. I think what I'll do at the end of the season is I will look at my best rated player in every position and I will go with them for the start of the season. And then if I can improve on the best player, then I'll put them in the team. But we've still got another 70 or 80 players that we need to get out of the club. Because although we're not paying the wages, the disharmony in everyone is wanting out at the moment. And it affects the squad. So we're going to try and trim down the squad at the end of the season. Banger is in and he's offside. Even when he scores, he's offside. I thought that was a very, very tight call. Yeah, it's offside. No worries. But at half time, 11 shots, 5 on target. Nice little day for the boys. Happy with your performances so far. Let's keep it up. How are Ashtonians getting on? They're still winning 1-0 against the 3D Dynamos. What a name that is. I wonder where the 3D Dynamos actually are in this league. Because most of this league is, well, very, very local. Where are 3D Dynamos? Does it tell you where they are? General? Region, UK and Ireland? Nope. Average ticket price is £4. Average season ticket for £12. That's great value for money. If you want to see local football, get yourself down to the 3D Dynamos. £4 a ticket, £12 a season ticket. I wonder how much season tickets are at my place. General. Oh, we're charging £5. £42 for a season ticket. And we've got no money. Wow. Mr. Chairman, I'm going to be having words at the end of this season. Where's the money gone? Wait, how many season ticket holders do we have actually though? Does it say how many season ticket holders we have? We've got a 500 capacity ground. Let's go in the general. 27 season ticket holders. Yeah, it's not a lot, is it? So if we say that's 30 times 40, you're making like 1,200 quid. It's not a lot, is it? It's really not a lot. We need to get promoted. We need to start getting a few back to back promotions. It'd be great if you could just skip a few leagues so you can get some actual fans in and make some actual money. But right now we're doing alright considering we are an amateur club, and financially I think we're up £8,000. So for me as a manager, if you watch the Hamlet save that I do on Twitch, that's very, very good for me to actually be making a profit season on season, and don't expect it to last, guys. Once the money comes in and we start being able to sign people on actual wages, do not expect us to still be in profit. Ollie takes a corner, and Harold Essien with his 5th goal of the season. That is how the legend signs it himself out, and that could be the goal that guarantees us the league, guys. It is Old Blackburnians 0, Radcliffe Boys 2, but there's another highlight. Jackson Davis heads it to Banger, who gives it to Jackson Davis, who is in, and that shot is rather disappointing. So we're going to tell the team to get creative one more time. We've had 21 shots, 7 on target. They've had 1 shot and it's not been on target. But, well, No, there's not. There's another highlight. Max Ram and Sam Barnes is offside. Where is VAR in the lower leagues when you need it? Not that it matters to the result, because we are the champions, guys. We have won Tier 14, guys, and we will move on to Tier 13. Now, let's go ahead and let's get this squad. Okay, so the board are very, very happy with us winning the league. We are crown champions. Well, we are still 14 points clear of Ashtonians with 3 games to go, but we're not really bothered about that because we've already won the league. We've already got promoted. So now, let's sort out this squad. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rank the players in terms of my squad depth. And anyone that's not in the top 3 of any position will be gone. So let's go ahead and get cutting, guys. So you join me on the 16th of August. Our first league game is in 18 days. So now I think it's time to start scouting through the free agents. We've lost a lot of players throughout the summer. A lot of players going on to play at a high level. We're going to offer trials to 29 players, and this is kind of what we're left with. But I just wanted to pause, just take a little pause on my recruitment, because when I was scouting players, I found this guy. Now, for anyone that has watched my Hamlet streams, they will know that there was a striker called Joe Tompkins, a left-footed striker. He was incredible, and he was a massive, massive part of the stream. Now, 3 years in, we found another striker called Joe Tompkins. Now, for all those that are in my Discord and in my streams, as I say, Joe Tompkins was renamed DJ Pidgey. So we think that it's only right, since we're able to get him in, that we rename him DJ Pidgey. So DJ Pidgey, you can imagine my surprise scouting through players to find a player with your name in the 3rd season. Now, the similarities are they both came from a Premier League club. The first Joe Tompkins came from Brighton, and the second one has come from Aston Villa. Let's hope you play like the first one, mate, because the first one got us to the Premier League. So welcome back, DJ Pidgey. So after trolling through thousands and thousands of players again, we've decided that we're going to keep the majority of our squad. Jackson Smith will stay in net for the first game of the season. Howard Essien is not going anywhere. Sam Barnes and Cameron Antwi will be our centre-backs for this season. Jake Leake will probably be our full-back for now. I mean, he's alright. 2.5 stars, but as a complete wing-back, he doesn't really know that role. Ryan Watson's going to play CDM for us until we get a better one. We managed to get in Daniel Barlaser, who in real life plays in the Championship. So, no wonder he's a 3.5 star player, but that is how good the star ratings are in this team at the moment. Jermaine Anderson stays at MCL. Charles Vernham comes into the cam slot, and we are expecting an awful lot from him this season and in the seasons to come. Like I said before, we will be keeping this squad for the majority of the next few years. Touch wood if we can. Obviously, we're not paying anyone at the moment, so if anyone else comes in with payment for players, then we're not in a position to argue, are we? Ewan Banga, last season's top goal scorer, just stays in at the striker slot, and the new man comes back. DJ Pidgey, welcome back. We've got Morgan Penfold on the bench, who is arguably better than both of them, but we're going to keep our front two for now. As you can see, there are loads of trialists on the bench. We've got a few dotted squad players amongst those trialists. We still need to make a few signings, but the market's quite quiet at the moment. But we should be alright for this first game. I mean, the condition of my players and match fitness isn't great, we might struggle. However, we still should have enough for Ashtonians in the first game. So let's get into it. The teams are warming up. It's asking me to wait. Ask the assistant. And let's go. New season, same objective. Get through it as quickly as possible. Let's go, boys. We should be good in midfield this year. We should be. I mean, to have Jermaine Anderson and Dan Barlaser in the Lancashire Amateur Premier Division is no mean feat. And we've got Ewan Bango and DJ Pidgey up front. So I think once our players get match fit, we're on for, well, hopefully an unbeaten season. I don't think we've been unbeaten for the last 2 seasons, but we haven't had a 100% win ratio in the last 2, well, since we started the save. So it would be really nice if you could win all of our games. But you know what also would be really nice? If we could have a highlight. I mean, we've had 2 shots on target so far, 23 minutes in. We've had more with the ball. But I would have liked for us to score. I'm just checking to see who's in our league this year. We've got Winstanley Warriors, Whitworth Valley, Valley United, Thornley, Berry GSOB, Hindley Juniors, Mostonians, Failsworth Dynamos, Little Lever are top of the league because they are 1-0 up. Blackrod Town, Hindley Juniors and Ashtonians. Alright, we're going to have to tell the team to get creative. We've had 9 shots, 3 on target. Oh, first corner. Banger. Vernon. Oh, over the bar. And we dropped down to 8th, but at least we've had a first highlight. And they're like buses. First one comes, second one comes straight away. Right, Jermaine Anderson with the ball. Into Leek, the new left back, Charles Vernon, who should be the star player in this league this year. Into Pidgey. Pidgey with the cross for Banger. Oh, I was going to say what a save. It clipped the bar. That's our first taste of the chemistry up front. Obviously, it's nice to have a left-footed striker on the left, and DJ Pidgey with his left foot. We're expecting him to score and create goals, and it's just nice to have a natural left footer as well. Right. I'm going to tell the team I'm far from pleased. As you can see, the condition and the morale of the players isn't great. But we still should have enough. Dan Barlaser with the corner. And that definitely is a wasted opportunity. I mean, to have the keeper save your header from 2 yards out pretty much and hold it is quite embarrassing. However we move. Jermaine Anderson with the ball into Leek. Into Ryan Watson, I think. Vernon Pidgey! Oh, he's offside. Oh, he's offside. Oh, you could see it in my voice. Oh, it's very tight as well. The headlines were there. Pidgey scores on his debut, on his first game back. Right, Dan Barlaser with the 16th corner of the day, and it is cleared. Watson now into Anderson, back to Watson. We seem to be having a lot more chances. Oh, we forgot about Essien. We forgot about that guy. Barlaser. Jermaine Anderson. Oh, we are so close to get a scoring. Alright, we're going to go attacking. I think we've got a free kick on the edge of the box. No, we're not. We haven't. It's one of those ones where you think you've got a highlight, but there isn't. Jermaine Anderson. Antwi scores! Not too sure what happened there. But Cameron Antwi with his first goal of the season. And that's a good wow. We finally got off the mark. 20 shots, 7 on target, and we finally score a goal, guys. I have to admit that I did think it wasn't coming at some point, but with the amount of highlights that we had in the second half, I think we might be alright. However, as you know, in football, any 1-0 scoreline is very, very slender. All it takes is a little bit of a ricochet and it's 1-1 and you've dropped points in the first game of the season, which I really don't want to happen. Well, it's good to see. It's good to see Jake Leake is playing a 7.7. I wasn't too sure about him at left back this season, but he seems to have a good start. Howard Essien, I was going to say he was having a quiet game, but his rating just jumps up to 7. But speaking of quiet games, Ewan Bango and DJ Pidgey are not playing the greatest so far. We're going to leave them on because I think we're going to leave everyone on because I think everyone needs the match practice. But let's just hope we can get through these next 5 minutes or so. We're going to go and play a little bit more cautiously. Ashtonians haven't had a shot on target yet, but Football Manager is Football Manager. We're seeing lots of goals being scored in our division, but there's only 1 goal in this game, and let's hope it stays like that. 28 shots, 13 on target, and only 1 goal. However, as we move into the 93rd minute, let's just hope we hang on. No more highlights. And there it is, guys. 31 shots on goal, 14 shots on target, 63% of possession, but it's only 1-0. However, a win is a win. Very nice victory, boys. I'm sure we'll get a lot sharper as the weeks go on and the games go on. So let's move on to Winstanley Warriors now. Into this game against Winstanley, we're going to use the same team. Yeah, look, condition is still a little bit of a problem, but we just need to get the players through these first few games, hopefully win them, and well, once our players get 100% match fit, then we'll obviously do a lot better than we're doing at the moment. But having said that, we just won our first game, and hopefully we'll win this game as well. But like I say, like, there's no point really doing pre-season friendlies or anything like that, because by the time you get to the end of the pre-season, you've lost 5 or 6 of that starting 11 anyway. So we could recruit as early as possible. We could do a normal pre-season, but there's not really that much point, especially in the amateur leagues, because like most of the league and most of the players just rotate all the time. As soon as you get a good player, then they go to say for example, we signed a young centre half, and within a week he was already gone to like Everton under 23s, and he was only like a 2-star player. So then you're left thinking, well, what's the point? What's the point in recruiting early? Because you're just going to lose half your players. So we're deciding to recruit late. Maybe it might be an idea to start playing friendlies during the week. And I'll probably consider doing it after this Winstanley game. However, if we keep winning, then there's not really that much point. We'll just get fitter gradually. Oh, what a save that is. Oh my lord, what a save that is. Is Dan Barlaser going to be good? Is he good at free kicks? Dan Barlaser's just good at everything. Yeah, do you know what? It could be the Dan Barlaser show this year. And for the next sort of, maybe even 10 years to come. If we manage to keep him. I think, like, for us, the only sort of way that we're going to keep players is by sort of creating a bond with them and making them want to play for us. You know what? We're going to go attacking. Obviously, we can't really offer our players any sort of financial incentive to play for us for probably like the next 10 years. So, if we create a bond with them, and whenever someone else offers them a contract for money, we just offer them a new contract for £0. That is probably our only way of keeping players. Oh my lord. They just hit the bar. That's their first shot on target. But we were 1 to 5 favourites to win this league as well. So we should be alright. I mean, most of the players in the squad, even like the 0-star and the 1-star guys, they'll be good enough to win games in this league. Speaking of winning games in this league, we have a returning favourite who is apparently in on goal and scores! Harold Essien with his first goal of the season. Yes, he is playing right back. I think he's playing right back. Yeah, he is playing right back. And it looks like there's going to be a highlight straight from kickoff as Schumacher passes to Jones. Lamb, oh, he's headed it down for Vernon, who I said was going to be pivotal for us this season. Vernon is in on goal, and that is quite weak, to be fair. It did deserve a goal at the end of it. He's quite complacent, is he, Charles Vernon? This is one again. Is another one of those people where you think, how on earth have I got him in at this level? But I'm very happy to have him, and I'm quite happy with our performance. 10 shots, 6 shots on target, and Win Stanley Warriors, who started the day in second place, looks like they're being, I wouldn't say outclassed, but they're being outplayed at this moment. But I mean, we're nearly 2 games, we're 1.5 games in, and none of our strikers have scored yet. I don't know whether it is time to panic yet or not. Obviously, we're giving DJ Pidgey and Ewan Banga 3 or 4 games to decide whether they want to score and stay in the team or not. Because we've got young Morgan Penfold, who, by all accounts, is our best striker. He's a fringe player, 3-star ability, but I think he's better than our other 2 strikers. Let's see if we can just have a little look. Yeah, he is our best striker. DJ Pidgey's not actually in that, because all those players that were on that were signed last season. But Jones has the ball. I don't think that's a good pass. No, he has basically played in Ewan Banga, who has failed to score. Dan Barley's playing an 8.4, and Essien's playing an 8.3, but the rest of the lads, where are you? Ryan Watson 6.4, Jermaine Anderson 6.5, Vernon Complacent 6.8, Ewan Banga 6.2, Pidgey 6.5. I don't know how much longer we can keep this up, guys. I mean, we are supposed to be an expansive team. We've had 16 shots, 9 on target, and only scored 2 goals within 2 games. And it looks like for the last 5 minutes or so, we're going to have to try and hold on. But there is a highlight. And Win Stanley have the ball in comfortable possession. As we go into the last 5 minutes, any goal here, and we've basically dropped points, haven't we? Henderson now with it. Into Rogers. Is he going to cross it? Oh, he's crossed his block, so that's a good block. And Dan Barleza, who else, is in on goal. And that's wide. Do you know what? I'm happy that... I'm not happy that he put it wide, but I'm happy that it's our highlight. Because... do we make a change? No, you know what? We're going to sit there. We're going to let them suffer. We are going to let them suffer. And we just about sneak over the line. That's the end of today's episode, guys. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like. I'm going to be doing a lot more FM content, so if you've enjoyed it, subscribe and you'll be able to see when the next video is. But for now, guys,
That's all, folks.